get that really mixed up. And what we're going for is the daisy. Okay, so we want a daisy. We want the yellow to be the center of the daisy, and we're looking for 4 white petals, just like this here. Yeah, 4 white petals, and it doesn't matter, you know, that they're matching the centers or not. Just 4 white petals that are around the daisy. Now we've got one up here already. That's a green. Okay, now there's one here. It's always good like that. We can bring that straight up, and we got 2 petals already. Looking for any more petals, and well, notice we've got an orange and white here. But what we can do is we can bring it up like this, and then because we moved this other piece out of the way, we then would rotate the top and bring that green piece up again. Yeah, so now we've got 3 petals, and here's the other white. Any edge with a white on it, that is what we're looking for. So we can just bring this piece up, rotate the top, and then bring that piece up there. And with a bit of fiddling around, sometimes you might have a piece on the bottom, for instance. So it's all the way around here. It's not below where you want it. So literally, if it's on the bottom, you just move it around to underneath where you want it and take it up. Now, what we need to be doing is the second stage is taking it from the daisy, as we had there, move the petals all to the bottom. And not only to the bottom, we want the orange to be underneath the orange center, green under the green center, red under the red center, blue under the blue center. So that's the goal. That's how we're going to achieve it. So we've got red here. We literally move the red above the red and then turn it 180 degrees, 1, 2, to the bottom there. Yeah. We're now got the orange. We'll move the orange above the orange. There it is. Take it down to the bottom. There's a white and a blue, so we need the blue, so we've got to turn that all the way around. So as we know, blue is opposite green. Take it all the way around to above blue and rotate it to the bottom, 180 degrees. Then we've got the green. Find the green. There it is. Move that white and green to above the green. Take it to the bottom. And now if we look at the bottom, we find we've got our cross. Same as we had there. That was the goal. That is what we've achieved. Our next goal is to turn this cross, this white cross here, into a white front. So that means bringing these corners, all these corners, into their respective correct corner. So yeah, the red and blue and white in between the red, blue and white centers down here. Okay, so it's simple. What we're going to do, we're going to hold it on the bottom, have the cross on the bottom, and we're looking for anything with white. And at the moment, all the whites are down here, so we're going to have to take them out. And there's a move. It's like an algorithm, but it's the simplest one ever, and it's actually called the sexy move because it's it's one of the easiest moves in cubing. And the sexy move is right. It's right side up. We're going to move the right side up and the right side down, and this is the upper side. We're going to move the upper in the clockwise direction and then the upper in the anti-clockwise direction. But first we're going to move the right, then the upper, then we're going to move the right back and the upper back. So to get this up, we're going to do right, upper, what they call right inverse, upper inverse. That's the sexy move, and what it's done is taken this red, blue and white from here up to here. Now, what we need to do with this is take it around we come around, there's the red, move it around, there's the blue. So blue, red and white. We need that to come down here, i.e. 1, and it's in, you see? Once it's in. Simple as that. Now we've brought the orange, white and blue out. So we move this orange, white and blue above where it needs to be. So yeah, orange there, blue there, white there. And again, all we need to do is that sexy move. So nice and slow this time. Right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse. And there, that's in. And this time that's brought out the white, the green and the red. So we'll move this around slowly. There's the green, move it around again. So now we're above where it needs to go. Now, we've done move, sexy move once, twice, here it is here, 3, 4, 5. So we've done it 5 times, and it's got it down into where it needs to be. So you can just do that move, and it's all about muscle memory. You'll just get to know that move so easily. You just keep doing it, and they will pop in. However, the only other possible position is when your white is facing up. And in this case, I would literally just do the sexy move 3 times. So right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse. And we do that 3 times. Right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse. And there we are, in. Okay, so we've done our first layer. We want to now do our second layer like this here. 1 layer, 2 layer. It's complete, yeah? So what we're going to do is find an edge piece on top that has got no yellow on it. So, but what we need to do is put this green above the green, okay? And we want this to go in here. And because this is moving to the left, we'll hold it like this. And the 2 pieces we're concerned in is the upper and the left side, okay? And so we're only going to move upper and left pieces of the cubes. It's upper piece, the left piece. And what we're first going to do is move the green and red away from where we want it to go. We're then going to bring the left piece up, and then we're going to bring our green piece back to where it was here. Once it's back to here, we then bring this left piece back down, and then what we note here is we've brought this corner out and we've put it together with our edge piece. Now all we need to do is put it back in. So what we're now going to do is move the upper in the opposite direction. So now move the upper clockwise. We're now going to bring the front up here, do a front move. We're now going to bring the upper inverse, bringing our 2 pieces back, and then front inverse. That's putting that down there. It's a bit confusing to start with, and it can be confusing, but the more you do it, it's just going to it'd be like second nature. It's going to be muscle memory. Again, we've got an orange here, orange and green, and it's exactly the same as what we've just done. So again, put the orange above the orange. We know we want this is where we want it to go. So we turn the orange away to the right. There's upper inverse. We now move the left up, bringing this corner out. We bring the orange back to where it was, above that orange center. We now bring the left back down, pairing these 2. Yeah, those 2. F2L pair, they call these. And we now are going to turn this upper in the opposite direction now. So now we're going to do an upper move, moving that up here. We're going to do a front move, bring the space where we want our pieces to go, put the 2 pieces in the space, and now we're going to take them down with a front inverse, okay? And that's that. That's 2 pieces in already. And now, great thing is we're now seeing an orange here, and that's already where we want it to be. The orange is above the orange. So orange and blue, yeah, but we can't do the same move we were doing before, because now we're moving it not to the left, we're now moving it to the right. And because we're moving it to the right, this time we'll be moving upper moves and right moves. So again, this is where we want it to go. So we're going to move the orange and blue away, using the upper, away from where we want it to go. We're going to bring the piece, the corner up, the space in the corner up. We're now going to bring our orange and blue back, so it's above its orange. Okay, and we're now going to do a right inverse. Okay, so that's bringing that orange back again. Look at this. With 4 moves, we put the orange and blue corner and edge together. Now we've got to put them in this hole here. Okay, so this time we're now going to move upper inverse. So move the upper this way. Now going to move front inverse, upper, and then front, and that's back in there, straight in there. And as we look around, we've got 1 more piece, so we've got to find anything on the top that's not got yellow. So that's got yellow and red, no good. Yellow and green, no good. Yellow and orange, no good. Red and blue, there it is. So again, where are we going to put this? We're going to put it here, or we're going to put it here. Yeah, of course it needs to go above its center. So again, looking at it, holding it at the front with us, we've got this piece here. We're going to move it away from the area we want to put it. So we're going to do upper inverse. We're then going to bring up the left side, because this is the this is the piece and this is the space. We're then going to bring our red and blue back. Okay, and now we're going to bring that corner back here to this edge piece. So now the edge and corner are back together. This time we're going to start this next 4-piece move by moving upper. We're then going to do a front move. Okay, let's bring in this. This is where we want these 2 pieces here. This is where we want them to go. Okay, so this is the slot, and this is the key. Okay, so we're going to bring the slot up. We're going to put the key into the slot, and we're going to take the key and the slot and put them back home where they need to be. And there, you've made your 2 layers. So that's 2 layers of 3 layers we wanted. So we've now got the first 2 layers done. What we're now going to do is go for a cross. So we need a yellow cross on the top of the cube, and you're going to be faced with a couple of things. You're going to have a dot, or you're going to have an L piece like this, or you're going to have a line, or you're already going to have a cross. Okay, so if we've got the dot, we'll do this here. There's a move here. Now remember that sexy move I told you about? We're going to use that with a front and a front inverse. So we're going to start off with doing, if you have a dot, and don't worry about these bits here, we're just looking for the cross, okay? So hold the dot in the middle. You're going to do the front, do a front move. Then we'll do the sexy move, which is right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, and then we'll turn that right again. So right inverse, okay? Now that gave us the L, okay? When we go from the L, we don't hold it like this, or like this. We hold it like that. So pointing to the right, and we'll do that same move again. So we can do front, sexy move, yeah? Right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, and put that front back down again, front inverse. And now we got the line. Now, when you've got the line, you don't have it like this, you have it like this. So it's a horizontal line. And again, we do that front, sexy move, front inverse. So it's front, up, right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, front inverse. And that's giving us the cross, like here. And again, don't get confused if you have something like this. That is just the dot case. Okay, we're not worried about the corners yet. So that is how you get the cross. Yeah, front, sexy move, front inverse. Do it as many times as you can, but make sure you've aligned these correctly. So what you need to do now is align these cross pieces. So for instance, you may have already got, you may be like this, just turn the cube until, say, you got the orange, blue, the red and the green. So this cross is already done, and you may well be in this situation when you first done your cross. You could also be in a position where you have 2 pieces, but they're opposite each other. So you've got green and blue are in, but then red and orange need to be flipped. They're in the wrong place. Or you could have another 2 where they're next to each other. The orange and green are correct, but this blue and red aren't correct. Okay. Now, this is the position that is the furthest away from being done, where they're across from each other and you need to switch the opposites. Okay, so what we'd do first is a move called the soon move, and it's a very easy move. So we've got your blue done here and your green done here. We need to switch these 2. So we'll hold these opposites, and we're going to do a move. I'll show you the soon move first. Right, we do right, we do upper, right inverse, upper. We're doing right, upper, upper, right inverse. Okay, now what we notice, okay, so what we'll do is we've got these 2 that are correct and these 2 that are incorrect. So what we do is we hold one correct piece to the back and one correct piece to the right, and we do that same soon move again. And the way I do it in my head to remember it, so simple, is I just do right, upper, right, upper, right, upper, upper, right. Okay, Now we'll align these, and what we notice that the green and red are together, green orange, so all these edge pieces are correct. So with this next section, what we're really looking for is we've just done this with our edges. We now need to get all of these corners in the right place. So like you're either going to find a cube with none of the corners in the right place, one of the corners in the right place, or 4. And all 4, what I mean by that is this one here, for instance, red and blue. When we've aligned the edges, red and blue is above its correct spot, green and red's above its correct spot, orange and green is, and blue and orange are, and they're all in the correct place. Easy peasy. Or like this one here, you've aligned your edges here, yellow edges, but not one of the corners is in the correct place. And what we want to do is do this really simple move that gets to this point here where we've got 1, and we'll just do the move, which is we're gonna notice we're not going to concentrate on algorithms. We're going to look at these F2L pairs here. Okay, so we're going to bring this piece up here, move it to the back. We're now going to bring this piece up, move that to the back. We're now going to take this piece back down into its home. Yeah, put the key back in its keyhole. We want these pieces down here again, so we're going to move this piece back and take that back down into its home. Now we're going to align our centers again. When we've aligned our centers, we now look around. Oh, we now got 1 correct. Okay, like we had on this one. Well, there's 1 correct there, but the others are still in the incorrect position. Okay, this time we're going to hold the correct piece here on the bottom left here. We're going to do that move again. So we're going to bring these 2 pieces up, move them to the back. We're going to bring these 2 pieces up, move them to the back. Okay, we're now going to take these 2 pieces down. We're going to bring these 2 pieces back and put them back in there. The key back in the hole. Align the edges here above their centers. Now that one's still in the correct place, and as you can see, this orange and blue is correct, and this red and green is correct above their centers. Okay, now obviously that's that layer done, just like this layer's done. Congratulations for getting so far. Now all we need to do is literally complete the cube. Now these 2 are in the correct place, but you can see here that these 2 aren't orientated correctly. Now all we're going to do is that sexy move we did before, but we're going to hold the yellows on the bottom, and we're going to solve this corner orientation, and then we'll bring this one around. And it doesn't matter if you've got 3, 4, you just carry on the move. We're going to hold the cube like this, and we're going to keep it like this because this is going to be our working zone. Okay, so we're going to do a sexy move until this falls into the right place. And sexy move again is the right upper, right inverse upper, right upper, right inverse upper. As you can see, that's correct. So now we're going to bring the next one around that doesn't fit in correctly. So that's this one here, that's not correct. So we'll now start again that move. Right upper, right inverse upper, right upper, right inverse upper, right upper, right inverse upper, right upper, right inverse upper. And now we orientate the bottom, and there we go. As simple as that. That is how you orientate those. The one we just did only had 2 pieces incorrect. This one is now, these are in the right place again, and they all need to be orientated correctly. Again, we're going to use, we'll use this slot here. We're going to use this slot. We're going to fix this piece, and we're going to hold them on the bottom. Okay, so hold it on the bottom. So all we have to do now is do the sexy move. Okay, so we'll do the sexy move until that is orientated with its 2 side edge pieces, this corner piece here. So again, we're going to do, and don't forget it's a 4-piece move. Right upper, right inverse, upper inverse. Okay, it's not correct. Right upper, right inverse, upper inverse, right upper, right inverse, upper inverse, right upper, right inverse, upper inverse. And there it is. You see? So you've got to keep an eye when you've done it, and don't forget that last upper inverse. Now we move the next corner in. We're going to do the same move again. Okay? As you can see, that's in. And we did that last move. So now bring the next corner in that needs doing. And we'll do the same sexy move again. And it's in, you see? As soon as it's in, you've got to notice it's in, spot it's in, then bring it around again. Try the next piece. Last sexy move, yeah? Right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse. Right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse. And as you can see, There, that's your 3x3 solved. Basic beginner's method of solving the 3x3 and all those little algorithms. I've tried to make them as easy as possible, and with practice it'll all become muscle memory. Thanks for watching if you watched so far, and congratulations on solving your 3x3. I've been Cube Stew, you've been fantastic. Till next time, Cubers.